Here is the latest from Oil City News on K2 Radio.
37 state financial officers from across the U.S., including Wyoming State Treasurer Kurt Meyer, sent a letter to Congress this week urging them to take action to address the country's growing national debt. The letter was signed by 37 representatives from states expressing grave concerns about the national debt and calls for a long-term plan to restore the country's financial solvency. The letter goes over a few things. In fiscal year 2023, the federal government collected $4.5 trillion in revenue, but had expenditures of $6.3. That resulted in a deficit of $1.8 trillion. The cost of servicing the national debt in fiscal year 2024 increased by 30% from the previous year to over $1 trillion, exceeding the annual cost of Medicare and the military. Now, the total national debt is $36 trillion, and it's increasing by nearly $2 trillion a year. This is a warning letter, and it says that the U.S. is at risk for losing its status as a global leader if we continue this way. The national debt's gotten out of hand, according to Meyer, and there's no relief in sight. This is an issue that should be a day one priority from our congressional leaders, regardless of their political affiliation. Now, the demands of this letter are calling for a few things. The first is to ensure that total federal spending in 2025 is less than it was this year. Also, to create a concrete plan to balance the federal budget as soon as possible, to cut the red tape, tap into the country's natural resources, and unleash economic prosperity. Their words, not mine. The officers believe these actions, combined with the country's energy resources and advanced technologies, will help the U.S. climb out of its overwhelming debt. They're calling for a national financial recovery plan to be ratified by 2026, when the country will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. In other news, a new Casper College scholarship has been established in memory of Campbell McWhinney by John and Renata Smathers. McWhinney taught at the college from 1945 until his retirement in May of 1977. He was also the head of the chemistry faculty, and then he was the chair of the physical science division from 1963 to 76. In 1992, he was recognized as the Casper College Alumni Association's Commitment to Excellent recipient. Earlier this week, the college also announced a scholarship created to honor Casper physician Samuel Vigneri. If you would like to apply for this and other Casper scholarships, we do have a link to that. You can head over to k2radio.com. You can find it in the article. We've also posted it to our Facebook page. Last night was signing day at the Casper High Schools. Allie Wheeler of Natrona is a strong distance runner and a Nordic skier, so those two disciplines go hand in hand. She'll be headed to Salt Lake City to compete with the University of Utah Nordic Ski Program next fall. She also considered the University of Colorado Boulder, but felt that the Utes were the best fit for her. Also, Natrona County High School's distance runner Nicole Clark will continue her athletic career at Black Hill State in Spearfish, South Dakota. She'll run cross country and track with the Yellow Jackets, so she will be busy. Over at K-Dub, senior Bo Barclay signed on to play soccer at Casper College. So big congratulations to all our high school athletes. That is awesome. And last, I have a public service announcement. This Friday, it's going to begin looking a lot more like Christmas because the annual festival of 50,000 Lights tree lighting ceremony in Healing Park on Conwell is taking place Friday afternoon. That is according to the city of Casper, who took to their social media to announce the Festivus for the rest of us. They said, get ready to shine with Casper's most dazzling holiday tradition. This year, they're turning up the sparkle with a spectacular megawatt celebration that's been warming hearts for over 20 years now. Besides the lights, they will have a ton of vehicles. There's going to be a fire engine with a ladder truck, a garbage truck. They'll have some canines and Bearcat police vehicles, a snow plow, and so much more. There's also cookies and cocoa available for children and their families. Again, November 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m., and the tree lights will turn on at 5:30 p.m. This is Colby Feeder.